Welcome to the SIMSII Overview video. My name is Ken Utley, President of SIMS, and the purpose of this video is to assist in the understanding of the SIMS-2, identifying its purpose, and demonstrating how it fits into the line of products provided to your central station. The SIMS-2 is a DOS-based program for central station dispatching and record keeping that was first introduced in the middle of 1990 as an upgrade from SIMS-1 and to satisfy new central stations confronted with the ever-widening capabilities of panels. After the introduction of the Ademco Contact ID and Radionics Modem 2 formats in the late 1980s, it became clear that the 4x2 format with its modifier was going to be superseded with even more sophisticated formats, and that to deal with these formats and their programmable capabilities, more zone characters would be required in the central station databases. This requirement was again affirmed with the introduction of the SIA protocol and its derivatives. Since the product's initial introduction in 1990, the SIMS-2 has evolved as a DOS-based product, changed its operation, and adapted. When area information was added to the Contact ID format, modifications were done. When zone descriptions were transmitted to the central station receivers, again the SIMS-2 adapted. Truth is, the SIMS-2 has evolved into a completely different product than was first introduced. To satisfy central station requirements, a Windows version of the SIMS-2 was introduced in 1999. But central station operators all over the world seem to prefer the simplicity of using a DOS-based product to handle the dispatching. Either way, or simultaneously, SIMS has your answer. Today, over 2,000 central stations all over the world have installed and are still installing the SIMS-2. System requirements for this program are a stable hardware environment, using any one of the popular operating systems including DOS, Windows 95, 98, Windows 2000, or Windows XP. Minimum memory requirements for DOS should be 16 megabytes, Windows 95 32 megabytes, Windows 98 128 megabytes of RAM, while 256 megabytes is recommended for Windows 2000 and XP. Other factors such as processor type and speed, as well as hard disk technology, will create a smoother and sometimes even faster operation. What are some of the advantages of SIMS-2? SIMS-2 has been the standard of the industry for over a decade. SIMS-2 has been UL listed for over a decade. SIMS-2 works on virtually all network environments including Novell, Windows Server, and Windows peer-to-peer networking. SIMS-2 is network ready. SIMS-2 can work under the full variety of operating systems. SIMS-2's screens allow user programmability, so you can modify the SIMS phrases to your phrases. SIMS-2's account database is expandable, so you get the same features as a central station's 10 times your size. SIMS-2 allows emailing and faxing directly from the operator's dispatch screen with the addition of COM server, a fax modem, and an addressable mail server. SIMS-2 will work with all popular receivers and supports over 150 protocols without extra charge. Even the SIMS-2 Dynamo can be connected to any of these. Let's take a few moments now and look at the SIMS-2 from the overview perspective. In order to understand the SIMS-2, it's probably important that we break it down into three basic categories. There is the dispatching side, which we can get to from the SIMS-2 menu by hitting the escape key. This is where the normal operator sitting in the central station resides in. We can escape back to the SIMS-2 main menu, and from here we can divide this category into two separate groups, which would be data entry and management personnel. Management personnel, we're going to say, are responsible for the most part for the reports, how to transmit reports, how to pull numerical statistical reports, print opening closing reports, so on and so forth. Data entry personnel, however, are only interested in the data changes, initial account inputs, and modifications of those accounts. After our initial discussions of these three categories and the overview perspective, we'll then follow up with 3 more videos that can address these individual sections on their own. Now let's take a look at our drop-down menu configuration and some of the overall understanding of the system. First of all, let's talk about programmability of the screens. I can be at any screen within the SIMS2 and hit the Alt F10 screen, and I will go into a text editing mode of the screens. For example, if I change this from Exit Sims Program to Sims Program Exit, and I hit Alt F10 again, I will then save that change into the overlay file that's automatically loaded whenever we go into the program. While this is a very simple way to explain the concept here, this is available at any screen at any time, whether it's dispatching, account maintenance, or in the management side of the whole product. Instead of calling the account number or the dialer identification number along with its receiver and line number, I might identify it as the system number. Okay, now going from there, I'd like to bring your attention to some of the drop-down menu capabilities here. Obviously, the first one is account maintenance menu. We'll save some of that for the data entry people. But right now, just know that if you hit the A key, it goes into the account maintenance menu. If you want to get into a higher level of management, that would be the Configure System menu. And we might get into system administration by striking the S key. The default password for the Sims demo and an initial Sims installation is 12345678. Enter those, hit the F10 key, and I will now get into the highest level of the menu structure, typically set aside for management type people. This might be where we set up the event priority levels for the mnemonics, operational modes of the system, and so forth. Now, coming out of that, we've also previously identified that our operators reside within the selections from the traffic display. Typically, an operator comes on duty, they'll sign in when the screen is met there with them. Once they sign in, their initials now appear at the top, and their initials will be assigned to all of the events and actions that they take during their shift or their time. So, to break ourselves down, we have traffic display that we will identify as operators. We're going to talk about data entry in other videos, which comes down from the account maintenance menu, and then management, which would be all of the others that are left over. As part of our overview video, I'd like to also explain to you on the demo configuration that you may be working with right now. It consists of a 50 account system, of which there are 24 empty slots, 26 slots used. After you've reviewed all these videos, you may want to make certain changes within our database here in order to try out connecting of your receiver, try out your signals come in. This is all fine. We'll show you that the list of the accounts are identified just by hitting AEF10. These will take care of all of the basic accounts. I would recommend that all of the 98 accounts, that you leave those untouched. These are what we refer to as zone accounts, or accounts that have all the different possible signals in each one of these protocols. So again, I'm going to recommend you leave all these in here. You can take the others out, modify them, mess with them any way you want to, But if it's very important for you to be able to go into these zone accounts, and they are periodically updated within our demo as new features come out from the manufacturers of these panels. You may want to even run through here and get a little bit of an understanding of the way the code formatting is done within the SIMS2. Okay, this is going to conclude the overview section of our SIMS2 video.